Welcome to the channel, everyone. I'm Skratch. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today, we are finally getting the free Loki champion. We have been waiting for him for the last 7 days or so. In today's video, guys, I'm gonna share with you the best 3 builds for this champion that will elevate your gameplay, regardless if we're talking about PvE content, if we're talking about early game, or if we're talking about PvP. So this is gonna be a quick rapid fire one. I'm gonna try to spend around 5 minutes for each build. If we're talking about the Hydra Clan boss, and if you wanna improve your damage, if you use him on a curse set, that's actually going to be brilliant. So these are the following stats on the champion. On a curse set, the main things that you're kind of like prioritizing is basically have some speed and accuracy. The rest of the stats, survivability and stuff, is basically like a plus on. So we have a 69k HP, 3.8k defense, 248 speed, no crit rate, no crit damage because we don't need all that. 480 accuracy, which is an overkill for the Hydra Clan boss. You don't need more than 350 accuracy. In terms of blessings, guys, we actually have cruelty. Now, it doesn't really matter where you're using the champion. Cruelty is the ultimate best blessing for this champion because his basic skill is an AoE. Now, you already know what the champion does, guys. Block active skills, block buffs, he spreads them to the enemies, perfect veil, and he has that amazing passive that will basically make him evade some of the attacks, increase attack, perimeter manipulation, tons of awesome things, to be honest with you guys. So this is a very, very solid blessing for the champion. In terms of masteries, we have offense, we have support, War Master as tier 6, and yes, we do have Arcane Celerity to get more perimeter when the debuffs expire on the target. But that being said, let's head over to the Hydra Clan boss. So we're gonna run this team just to kind of like give you guys an idea of what the champion can do. You do have to pair him with a champion that brings in perfect veil just to ensure that he's gonna be able to spread the debuffs to the enemies, because once he is losing that veil, he's not gonna be able to recover that unless he's basically going to drop his HP under 50%, and it's pretty hard to keep that consistent, you know? So, Rector Drat, probably the best budget option that we have in the game. Perfect Veil with her A2. Duchess, we have Tatura, we have quite a few different champions that can bring Veil to your team. So, we're gonna have a Provoker, Defense Down, Weaken. Let me just quickly show you what exactly Loki can do. And he's actually a pretty interesting champion, to be honest with you guys. So we're gonna place the debuffs with Lydia. We don't require to use this just yet because we don't have the Head of Torment in here. So instead, I'm just gonna use the A1 because why not? Then we can, of course, go and do an ally attack. Bang, look at that. We got hacks on everybody only from him using the A1 once, okay? Very, very nice, to be honest with you guys. It's actually huge, especially the damage that you're getting from there. Then you can just do this, basically. Block buffs on everybody. Then we can provoke with Molly Tankard, and from here on, to be honest, we can even let it go on auto. Now, the good part about the champion, when we are talking about bosses and stuff, especially if we cannot decrease their turn meter, is that we're going to get turn meter on our team, which is very helpful. A lot of people really underestimate how effective is having turn meter manipulation in the Hydra Clan boss. And I'm talking about boosting your own turn meter is actually massive. So let me just quickly give you a quick example because we just got provoked in there by the head of Red. So I'm not gonna do a full run to show you damage and all that, guys, because I've already done a video like that a few days ago. But right here, a chance to steal all buffs, which is massive in case the Head of Mischief will steal some of your buffs. If the target's turn meter was not stolen, we're gonna fill the turn meter of all of our allies, and bang, increase attack, which is super, super helpful, by the way. Super helpful. So from here on, we can actually just let it go play on auto. We have the Veil, so right now he's gonna be able to spread the block buffs. And spread, if no, two random debuffs from the enemy to the rest of the team. Now, another thing that he can do is spread buffs from your champions. So that's actually pretty nice as well. They are random buffs too, and most of the time, probably you're gonna have all the buffs on all of your team, you know. So spreading the buffs is not necessarily the best thing, you know. A1, put a Hex on, which is nice. We have the block buffs on the head of rat. We know for a fact that that head is not going to absolutely demolish our team when he's gaining increased attack, or the passive procs. He's not going to get a reflect damage, which is very nice. We got a perfect veil back on the champion right now. So from here on, he's basically going to rinse and repeat the same process. Third meter, increase attack, hacks on the enemies because of the A1. We do have a 5-star cruelty blessing, which actually helps us quite a bit to constantly drop the defense on the Hydra heads. And look at that, only one champion with a curse set. I don't have a champion that will land hacks from their kit in the team. And having hacks on the enemies, guys, will boost your damage like insane amount. So that's what Loki can do for you in the Hydra Clan boss. Let me just show you what he can do as a crowd control champion. If you're looking for the ultimate crowd control champion for Doom Tower waves, Curse City, faction wars, or even dungeons, guys, this is the #1 build you want to use in those areas. A stun set, perception, basically get speed, get accuracy. Some refresh accessories will 100% help. Total stats, we have 64k HP, 3.8k defense, 235 speed, 456 accuracy. Same blessing. We changed the masteries because we want to have that ultimate control. So we have defense, we have support, and as tier 6, we actually have fearsome presence to increase the chance to land the stun. Now you can of course run a provoke set. That can be slightly helpful in the Hydra Clan boss too, because you're going to provoke the Head of Decay every now and then. Not as the main provoker, but as a secondary provoker. He could work on a provoke set as well. Keep that in mind. I do prefer a stun set, to be honest, but let me just quickly show you what he can do. I could not find a stage in the Curse City on this rotation that allows us to use him in Synthranos on the higher difficulties. So we're going to go on the Doom Tower hard mode. This is floor 111. We're going to see what he can do in here. That's the team that we're running. We have no other crowd control but him in here. We do have block buffs from Wukong and all that stuff, but not as crazy. So block active skills. He did not spread that, unfortunately, because we had so many different debuffs on the enemy already. So one thing that we might want to do as a reference is maybe to try and make him faster than the rest, so we don't get to spread so many debuffs before, you know. So we got the Thermitor from Siphi, we got all of the buffs from Siphi. We lost the bunny here, doesn't really matter. Right now we managed to throw in a stun with the A1. Of course, we still have that Siphi alive, so we gotta get rid of her, so Rotos' passive doesn't create us any issues. So once they're gonna try to revive, basically, we're gonna be able to bring the bunny back, you know. So we got that Siphi down. Don't you try to kill him. So from here on, it's gonna be awesome to control the Rotos, you know. This is one of those waves that's extremely hard. A lot of people are struggling on them. So this will definitely give you quite a bit of control. Thermitor manipulation, it will give you increased attack. It will give you a stun from the A1, block active skills, block buffs. We did fail a little bit on the block active skills once again because he spread the hacks now and the block buffs. So that's one thing to keep in mind, as I mentioned. The good thing is every round he is going to gain perfect veil, so we don't need to bring in a different character in here that will actually put that on the champion, you know. So we don't need anyone else. Stun and beautiful. As I mentioned, you might want to make him faster than the rest of the debuffers. So he spreads block active skills 100%. You don't have any issues with that. That's something that I kind of like haven't done right here, but it still shows that it works pretty well. Now, this is not a speed farm on Doom Tower waves or anything like that, but the crowd control, the power that he has versus waves is actually massive. And I know a lot of people are really underestimating this champion, saying that he's not that amazing. But with the passive as well, being able to evade skills, he has a very high chance of surviving, guys, you know, and basically get no debuffs. Enemies won't be able to kill him when that procs. But let me just quickly show you what we can do in PvP with him. So if you want to have an annoying champion on your team that pisses the enemies off, this is the best build for PvP. Stone Skin, so they cannot instantly kill him, guys. In case if that is the case, if the passive doesn't proc, as much speed and as much accuracy as you can possibly get, okay? So these are the total stats on him. On build number 3, 62k HP, almost 4000 defense, 317 speed, 641 accuracy. Of course, the lower the arena tier, guys, the lesser the stats. Just try to basically give him as much speed and as much accuracy as you can possibly give him from your own account. Blessings, if you manage to get a 6-star, getting polymorph, thumbs up. If no, I would stick with cruelty, or you can always go and get, for example, where is it? Intimidating presence. This will basically increase the aura. If you have a speed aura or something like that, is going to be very, very helpful. Masteries, we actually changed them. We have arena masteries, we have defense, we have support, and tier 6 this time around we have Eagle Eye to increase our accuracy. Arcane Celerity, Cycle of Magic, of course, more accuracy. And right here we have Retribution. We're gonna have, of course, Resurgent, which will actually be very helpful. But let me just quickly show you what exactly you can do with him and how he can be super annoying. The main problem that a lot of you guys encounter in PvP is the lack of lockout champions, right? No Warlord, no Yumeko, no Crixia. Now, I'm not saying that Loki will be able to replace these champions. I'm not saying that it's as easy to make the most out of him as you can make it out of those champions, but he can definitely help us. So this team right here is honestly one team that I would not normally attack with Loki. The main thing is I am on the test server. There are not many different teams available. So I do have to try and find something that will actually work. So this team is pretty much the opposite of what I would attack with Loki, because we need to strip buffs. They will have immunity. They will have tons of different things, right? Stone Skin, etc. But let me just quickly show you an example of how we can make this work in our favor. So as you may notice, bang, they got their Thermitter. Now you do want to bring in Thermitter boosters. Arbiter, maybe 2 different Thermitter boosters, because Loki is pretty slow at 300 speed. And this champion, that Sif is probably 400 plus speed, okay? I mean, not probably, 100%. So probably she's around 420 plus speed, that Sify, okay? Then you do want to get some of the buffs on. I don't really care about that increased attack from Arbiter because Loki already gives me that. Now, right here, I have 2 different options. Using the A2 will do absolutely nothing, okay? Because they have immunity. I can control the Thermitter. Another thing, you do need to have a perfect Veil champion in the team. If the fight goes for more than 3 turns or so. Because after, without the Veil, he's not going to be able to spread the block active skills. So that's why Duchess comes in play. She's going to give us block buffs. But I'm going to steal the Thermitter from the Nuker, actually. I don't want that Baron to surprise me and wreck me, you know? So I'm going to put some buffs right here with my Duchess. I'm going to try to kill that Odin if we can. Beautiful. We did not kill Baron, which again is not a problem. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to spread block active skills on him and on Baron. And they have block buffs. So that Baron right now can only use the A1. No A2, no A3, no A4. He cannot wreck my entire team. So that's actually very helpful. Now, of course, Odin's passive can still come in play and put block damage on the other champions. But he cannot really do anything else but that. So I'm going to use this skill. Beautiful. We took him down. That was nasty. I'm not going to revive my monkey, actually. I'm going to try to take that Sify down before she's going to revive. So what I really need to do right now is to ensure that when I'm killing Marichka, I'm going to have either the A2, either the A3 available on Loki, to control Sify, to don't allow her to revive Marichka and keep me in an endless loop, in the same cycle where they're constantly reviving each other. So that Baron needs to go down. We did not have enough damage to do it, which is fine. So we're going to slowly take him down. Now again, I don't want to deal a lot of damage with a monkey, so I'm not going to boost my Thermitter. I need Loki to take a couple of more turns. Ah, damn. So, unfortunately, he dealt too much damage even without the increased attack. And I don't have the A2 or the A3 available. So that Sify, most likely, she's not going to revive because probably she did it before. Okay. That Baron almost wiped us off. So what I'm going to do right now is revive, boost my Terminator as fast as possible, buff, so I can... Okay, that's fine. So we can take the Terminator from Baron. He's not going to be able to do anything. And from here on, we're going to try to kill that Siphi before she revives. I can just do this. Bang, okay? It's not a lockout champion, but it will get the job done, guys, to some extent. And as I mentioned, this is really a team that I would not attack with Loki because of the block buffs and everything else that is happening. So a lockout or a champion that removes buffs other than Wukong, which is slower because he's the damage dealer, is definitely needed in a team like that. So this is, again, the same example. I would not attack a team like this. Most probably Stone Skin on UDK, Stone Skin on Ancora. I won't be able to lock her. She's going to cleanse the block active skills. So it's going to be pretty irrelevant, you know. And unfortunately, I don't really have many other options to show you. So we're going to leave it there with that one team. It's still a strong team. Trust me when I'm telling you that. So that's how you can use him in PvP. Basically, that's the main purpose for Loki. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, guys. As usual, hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, don't forget to smash a like, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, and help with that YouTube algorithm. Hopefully you're gonna enjoy your new Loki, guys, and much love. I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.